She was frantic when she called 911. There was a fire upstairs. Her stepson was unconscious. She begged them to send an ambulance. But what firefighters found out went far beyond a house fire. They found a man, 32 years old, 5'9", and just 68 pounds. He had started the fire himself because it was the only way out.
Oh my God.
What's the address?
Please hurry. There's a fire.
Okay.
Oh my God. Fire. I'm trying to.
Ma'am, what's
So,
up?
like, the TV, I don't know. My son, stepson is in his room, and I don't know. He did something with the TV. I was sleeping. I fell asleep.
See flames or smoke?
Yes. Come on, Steph. Come on.
Okay, can you get...
Yes, we need an ambulance, please.
Okay.
Please, we need an ambulance.
Ma'am, all right, you said something's on fire and now you need an ambulance. What's going on there?
Yes, his room. The TV in his room.
Did he get injured? Is he on fire?
Yes, he's injured. Please send the ambulance.
Oh, ma'am, I'm going to send the ambulance. I need to know what's going on and why they're going out there. Where is he injured?
I don't know. He's kind of. I don't know. He's kind of passed out. He's out of it. Please.
Okay, what's your phone number just in case we need to give you a call back? Okay, is the fire out, ma'am?
No, it's not. Please. I'm trying to.
I understand, ma'am. I'm trying to get information on what's going on there.
Oh my God, it's like all the power in the house is out. I don't know if it's blew a fuse.
Okay, ma'am, just get out of the house, okay?
Yes, I'm going to call my daughter.
All right.
Oh my God.
What she didn't say was that man would later tell police, EMTs, and hospital staff. He said he hadn't been outside in years, that he'd been confined in the same room since he was 11, that the only way he saw freedom was through fire. And what started as a routine call for help quickly turned into one of the most disturbing abuse cases the city had ever seen. When firefighters arrived, they found 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan standing outside, holding a dog. She was visibly shaken. She told officers her stepson was still inside. Seconds later, firefighters carried him out. He was skeletal, barely responsive. Smoke inhalation and burns had left him in critical condition. EMTs loaded him into an ambulance and rushed him to the hospital. That's when he told them what had really happened. He'd set the fire on purpose, using printer paper, hand sanitizer, and a lighter he found in his late father's jacket. He said he wanted his freedom. He hadn't bathed in 2 years, ate the same 2 sandwiches every day, egg salad, peanut butter, sometimes tuna. No school, no doctor, no life. Police launched a full investigation, and the more they uncovered, the worse it got. According to detectives, the 32-year-old victim had been locked in a room for up to 22 hours a day. The confinement allegedly began around age 11, shortly after he was pulled from school. Kimberly Sullivan and his father, Craig, were reportedly concerned about calls from the Department of Children and Families related to his behavior, so they stopped sending him. The man told police that after that, Kimberly began keeping him in a storage room. Over time, additional locks were installed. His days were spent mostly alone, sometimes allowed out briefly to complete chores. At night, he relieved himself through a homemade funnel made of plastic straws, pointed out the window. DCF records show a welfare check was requested back in 2005, but no major issues were found. For the next 20 years, no one checked again. At the hospital, doctors said he was severely malnourished. His hair was matted, his teeth were rotting. He hadn't seen a classroom since the 4th grade, and his weight? 68 pounds. Waterbury Police Chief Fred Spagnolo later said, "In 33 years of law enforcement, this is the worst treatment of a human being I've ever witnessed." Police arrested Kimberly Sullivan on March 12th. She was charged with second-degree kidnapping, first-degree assault, unlawful restraint, cruelty to persons, and reckless endangerment. She spent just 1 night in jail before posting a $300,000 bond. The legal proceedings began quickly, and so did the media coverage. News outlets across the country reported the case as a real-life horror story. A man locked away for decades by his stepmother in a cluttered, decaying home. Waterbury police released dozens of photos showing the inside of the house. Trash everywhere. Bathroom flooring torn up. Plywood in the tub. Locks on nearly every interior door. A charred bedroom where the fire had started. But Kimberly Sullivan's defense team pushed back hard. Her lawyer, Ionis Kaloidis, said the photos were misleading, that no chains or bars were found, that there was no proof of restraint. He said Kimberly never mentioned the man to friends, not because she was hiding him, but because there was nothing unusual about how he lived. In court, prosecutors revealed that a friend of Sullivan's had known her for 21 years and never knew she had a stepson. That same friend had never once been allowed inside the house. Meanwhile, the man, whose name had been redacted in all official documents, began his recovery. In a statement, he wrote, "Please call me S. This is not the name given to me by my parents when I was born. I am choosing a new name for myself, and I will use that name as I reclaim control over my life and my future. My name is my choice, and it is the first of many choices I will make for myself now that I am free." His biological mother, Tracy Valorant, said she hadn't seen him since he was 6 months old. She gave up custody, believing he would be safe with his father. "I just want him to know I'm here. If he wants a relationship, I'm not going anywhere." As the case made its way through court, Sullivan's defense raised multiple objections. They pushed back against the use of a GPS monitor. They demanded unredacted access to the victim's medical records, and they challenged the core allegations, saying there was no physical proof he had ever been held captive. But those who first responded to the fire don't seem to agree.
It says he was a little, he was 30, but it says he hasn't had a shower in over a year. So he dirt all over him.
One officer called it a house of horrors. A local advocate said it's absurd this even happened. The prosecutor argued that the victim lives in fear, knowing she is walking free. At the center of it all is a man who says he was never loved, who says his meals were rations, his freedom gone, and his entire life stolen. For now, Kimberly Sullivan is still out on bond. Her trial is pending, and the system is still sorting through the questions. How was this missed for 20 years? Did anyone fail to follow up? And how many other cases are out there, waiting to be found? Because sometimes it takes a fire to reveal what's been hiding in plain sight.